Hello everybody, welcome back to the Banu Boy Variety channel. In today's video we're going to be doing another nickel box hunt. I did get pennies too, because what I've been doing is in all my hunts I've been supplementing pennies with each, like if I get nickels or dimes or something, I'll supplement that with pennies since they're going to be going out soon and I can hunt them. I did get a box of pennies, but they're all uncirculated 2024 in every roll, so not even going to be worth hunting. That just happens sometimes in my bank, so I'll just be exchanging that. So it's just the nickels for this video, but the nickels are circulated, so that's a good sign. So we're going to get into that. We're going to be looking for stuff for the albums, just like all the other times. Hopefully we can find a buffalo nickel or two, maybe even a V nickel or something, but won't know till we get into that. So with that being said, here is the first roll. Roll 3 here, and we have like a little power roll. We have 1948 Philadelphia nickel for our first old one, and we have 1999 Canadian. So we have that. We have found a couple replacements here. I'm not really keeping any old nickels. I'm just keeping them up here for record unless they're semi-key dates or something that I need for the album, or a buffalo nickel or something. But other than that, we'll just be throwing these back for other people to find, hopefully. But we'll just keep them up here for the record at the end of the video. That's what's going on so far. Roll 6 here, we have another power roll. A 1953 Denver and a 1958 Denver. So we have those two old ones, and then we've been finding some more replacements. We're going to keep up the hunt. Roll 7, and there's a silver edge sticking out. We have a silver war nickel here. It's a 45 Philadelphia, which I don't think I need. Over here. No, I have that. This isn't going to replace, so that's still a silver war nickel, so we'll keep that. 35%. And then I'll finish checking through this. But other than that, that's another find in the next roll. So I'm now 15 rolls in. There was one other find in roll 7, but I wasn't going to bring you in for it. But it's a 2024 P. It's a really low mintage year. You can see only 36.7 of the Phils and 32.8 the Denvers. So really hard to find. So box is kind of heating up. It's been slowing down here, so we'll see as we can progress through the rolls. Roll 21 here, we have some major things. One, we got an old looking buffalo nickel that I can't really make a date out on. May have to nick a date it, but I'm gonna look closer at it. I'm not seeing a mint mark down there. It doesn't look like this is the raised mound 1913. So we'll see. And then we have 1939 S key date Jeff nickel that I found in this roll as well. So extremely elusive finds here. And then in roll 17, we have a regular 1939 Phil Jeff, not too rare. Then we have the 1957 Philadelphia, so as well. So we have those. But I'm going to look into these. Box is really heating up now. We got 2024 Phillies. We got silver. We got key date, old, and buff nickel. So we're only 21 rolls in. So I'm getting excited here. Still got to look through the rest of that. But we'll get back to you with that. Cover this at the end of the video. Roll 23 here, and this is the best nickel box I've ever hunted. We have another old buff nickel, not raised ground, no mint mark, and can't really see a date that well. Looks like it could be a 1920. I'll have to look at it closer. This is getting extremely good here. I don't really hunt these rolls live as much as I should here now, because I kind of search every single nickel, because I like to see for replacements for my albums, which is kind of boring to watch. But we're getting a lot of good stuff here. I think I even seen some older ones, older enders in here. But it don't look like there's anything else. It's an extremely good box. But anyway, I nickel-dated this nickel, and it's a 1915 Philadelphia. So old teens buff nickel. Not a rare date, 21 million minted, but I do need it for the album. As you can see, I have the 15 Denver, which is also nickel-dated, not by me though. So I'll look closer into this one. It's another old one. This could be a possible collection dump in here, but I'm thinking probably not, but it could be a small one. So we're going to continue here. Some 35 rolls in now. It slowed down a little bit, but we still have a steady flow of older ones. Roll 24 had 1940 Phil. Then roll 25, we have 1958 Denver. 1946 Phil, and roll 27. 41 Denver, roll 31. Roll 32, we had 1948 Phil, and then roll 34, we had 55 Denver, and 40 Philadelphia. So got a lot of Jeff Nichols here. This 41 will be replacing one of my albums just because it is slightly better, so we'll put that up here with that stuff. And I did nickel-date this nickel here. It was in 1918. You can just very faintly see it. Let's see if I can get it way up to here. It is in 1918. And I thought I was seeing a mint mark on the back, but it was wrong. So I nickel-date a little bit there, but yeah. 1918, don't need it. Pretty much worthless now. Same with the 15, but it's a really old piece of history, and I need that for the album, so we're keeping that. But these will all be going except for the 41. That finishes out the box. We got a few more finds here. Roll 36 at 1952 Phil. And the 1994 Denver Dime. And roll 40, we had a 48 Denver. And roll 42, we had 58 Philadelphia. And 44, we had a 58 Denver. 45, another 2024P, not keeping this, but figured we'll note that. In 47, we had a 39 Phil. 48, 41 Phil. And 50, 1940 Phil. 1939 Denver. Or 59 Denver. So yeah. Couple of those are replacing. I'll get back to you with the recap. So pretty loaded box. We had 3 39s, not 10 from the 40s, including the 45p silver, and 9 from the 50s. 2 buff nickels, old buff nickels. We had the 18 Philly and the 15 Phil. 1994 Denver dime. 2 2024 Ps, and 1999 Canadian. And these are all the potential replacements. For the albums, we have the 1915 getting added, and the 1939S getting added, and the 2024P. So I'll get back to you with additions to the albums. So here we have the 1915 Philadelphia going in, nickel-dated next to that. So pretty much worthless now, but not to me. Extremely hard to find nickels, buff nickels, and that old, especially in nickel rolls. So that's going in there. So we have the 18 Philadelphia, which we're keeping. 45p silver we're keeping. Then I'm going to look into the Canadian, see if I need it. In here, this is the 38 to 61 album. We're placing that. We have the 39S instituted, key date, highlighted, find. And then we have the 1960, and I also found the 1958 Philadelphia. That's what I showed in roll 42. I dumped it back in the scrap, not thinking, so I dug around there for like 10 minutes. And then I found it, so typical me thing to do, but I got it back out, and we're replacing that. And then we got several changes over here. I'm not really going to show them in too much detail, but the ones sitting above, those are going in to replace that. I constantly update these. And we got 1996 to present. With the 2024 Philadelphia put in. So another highlight find. So that's pretty much it for this. This is a pretty good hunt. No V nickels or nothing, but can't complain. We got buff nickels, we got key dates, we got rare dates, we got a bunch of different old nickels. So, and we got silver. So I'll take that. I do have a new addition to my banknote album just today, and I do have a couple new additions to these $50 albums and stuff because I got some coinage earlier. So we're gonna go over that here as well before we end out the video. So I was up at my uncle's over the 4th, and I found out that he had more coinage than he did when I was at hunting season. I did that video and got all that silver stuff from my great-grandfather and stuff off of him and things like that. So I bought a couple things to give him wholesale for it. That he got from someone else not too long ago. So I bought the 68 Denver, which I didn't have. I thought I needed the 69 Denver, but I didn't, so I bought it. It doesn't replace, so we'll just have that for silver. And nothing else in here. But I did get for the next album, the 85 to 99, I got the 1990 Denver and the 1995 Philadelphia. So we got that. And then I bought some Ike dollars off of them. So I got the H.E. Harris, Eisenhower, and Susan B. Anthony dollar collection. So in my collection before, I only had the cleaned 72 and the 74. But I bought other dates off of them so I could justify getting an album. So I got the 71 Denver. And I put my 72 in it, and my 74. I bought Bicentennial. And the 76 to 1976 Philadelphia. Then I got a second one of these. I don't think he had a Denver. I don't know why I bought a second one. So just threw that in the change. And then we got 77 Denver, 78 Denver. And then all I have is my Anthony dollar I had in my collection, which is the most common 79p. So I minted these 1979, 1980, and 1981. And they quit making them because they weren't circulating very good. Nobody was using them until the U.S. Postal Service started using them in their stamp machines in 1993. So they reminted 26.5 million of Philadelphia and 11.7 million of Denver in 1999, but they still didn't circulate good, so they quit making them altogether after that. So the 1979 to 1999 doesn't mean they were minted from then. They were only minted in 79, 80, 81, and 99, so only a few years. And they get considerably more scarce as those years go by, especially in 81. But 79, I think it's the wide rim is most common. So that's what I got for that. In my banknote album, I got in my pay for grass cutting, I got the 1969B series, which is Cobbis Connolly signatures from 1971. Is when the year when this series was printed. Not worth about $1 in its condition, but hard date to find. You don't find old bills like that. It's an oldest $1 bill I've found yet. So I've added that to the collection today. And I replaced the 2013 Star Note from St. Louis, Missouri. I already have 3 2013 Star Notes. Not worth nothing. Not rare, not really that interesting, still a Star Note, but I don't need to keep 3 of them, so we'll just replace that and save a slot. Then I reorganized all my $1 bill section, so I have everything in order of age in here, but then once I got to the Federal Reserve notes and the ones, it was like all over the place. I had notes from 2003, then to 2017, Star Notes all mixed around, so I just started in condescending order. So we go from the 57A silver cert to 69B to 88A, and this isn't a web note. And then you have 95, and then it goes all the way down. So I fixed that. And if you want to see this banknote out in more detail, I have a video up on my channel showing it in the right. It's the most viewed video on my channel to learn more about that. But that's a change. Then you'll understand how this changed with that. So that's what we have for that. So guys, that's going to be it for today's video and this 4th nickel box hunt that I've done. I'd say it's pretty much the best box ever, like I said earlier, because we got a lot of great stuff in here. It had slow sections, but it had a lot of great stuff. We had additions to albums. We had 2 old Buffalo nickels. One that gets added to the album. I mean, granted, I had to nickel date them, but you know, it's still really good find. Had silver. We had 38 and 39S key date, 2024P kind of key date in modern times. We had Canadian, lots of replacements. So a lot of that. I've had earlier this week some new additions to the collection, like I said, that new coinage I showed you, plus that new bill today. So we got a lot of good finds that happened, but that is going to be it for today's video. Kind of crappy that my pennies were uncirculated and couldn't search, because that's what I was going to search with this, but that just is what it is. The next hunt I probably won't film, because it's easier. I like to take a break from this, so probably I'll find something good and it won't be on camera, but you know, can't help that. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. So we're going to continue World War II series after this, like we've been doing on the channel. Anyway, that's it for today.